who taught you this jump and the net will appear? This, for me, sitting here, it's almost like an unshakable faith that if I listen, if I'm in alignment, I don't need to know the outcome, the result. I just have to be in that. Where did that come from?
That's a good question. I'll say one part, my parents really did not come from an easy life as children. And my dad is the OG manifester. Like before anyone ever said vision board, in my father's office was the vision board. It was House Miami. It was a boat. It was, he would never call it a vision board. He just had it pinned up on the wall in the office. Vision board. And you can't just be like, they busted their ass.
Yeah.
They worked a 9 to 5 and a 7 to 3 a.m. That's work. That's a lot of work. I didn't see them for like a year and a half. My sister raised me, So I come from a lineage of hard work and belief, this manifesting belief. And so I think part of it is that, right? They just kept going. They just keep going. And then, I don't know, I found the Dharma at some point in my life. I like believing in a god or goddesses and many gods and spirits and ancestors. I like that stuff. It makes me feel more whole and closer to myself. That's not for everybody, and that's okay. But for me, it has grounded me in moments of fear. It has not broken me when I could have been broken. It has reminded me of my enoughness in a world that constantly tries to tell you you are not enough. And it let me keep walking towards the net. And so that's it. I got lucky. There's a level of luck in this life. I think we know that. We all know people who don't have the luck. And that's their karmic. I do believe we've been like everybody's mother and father 1,000 times. We're like doing the dance. I like what the Buddha says. You've been here as many times as it takes a hawk to wipe away the tip of a mountain with a scarf. It's like a lot of times. And so whatever it is in this dance, I can still hear the call. And that call and that faith and that spirit has allowed me to just walk towards the net. And there are days where you're like, no, this is whack. I don't want to walk towards the net. I'd rather go get a job. I'd rather just do something that's not so it'll work out.
So let me ask you this. The definition I've heard of luck is preparation meets opportunity. Do you agree with that definition?
Yes, and no.
Tell me more.
Preparation meets opportunity. In the karmic sense, we prepared many, many lives. So sure. Yeah. Preparation meets opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In the reality of this world right here, right now, I don't ever want to spiritually bypass anything. I don't want to say that someone born in a country that is having genocide committed is preparation meets opportunity. I don't want to say that the little girl who has to leave her homeland is preparation meets opportunity. And so it's a yes and a no, and a maybe and a sure and a definitely not and a that's fucked up and that's sweet, and it's all of it.
Mm.
And I don't say that to I don't want to make anyone sad, but I also don't want you to not be sad. Enjoy your Trader Joe's and know that someone would love a grocery store. All at the same time. It doesn't make it. It's just the fullness of how we can move through the world. We can really have more of an appreciation for what's here. Yeah.
And what do you share? First off, thank you for that beautiful, truthful answer. We live in the belly of consumption, exhaustion, capitalism that's feeding the dominant global culture, which is one that wants us to numb ourselves so we don't feel
consumption.
sense.
Sorry, we take lives.
But that's what I was going to.
We take land, we take lives.
But what are the practices or ways that you found effective of trying to, I don't want to say convince, but expand the possibility for those around you to consider what you just said, that this lifestyle is a part of folks in different parts of the world, not too far from us, not being able to live their full authentic selves because a bomb might be dropping on them or they might have been stolen from their families. Like, have you found ways to get folks to consider their connection to others that they may not know?
I don't think it's our job to, it's that age old, like, be the light. And if someone wants a flame, they will come find you. Or they will be like, oh, it's nice to be light. Maybe I can be light. We can share, but we don't teach, you know? We can share and live out of practice, but maybe not preach. I think there's like a fine line.
Right.
Someone's only going to wake up when they want to wake up. You know, you got the homie who's like, keeps dating the same person. And you're like, what the fuck's wrong with that dude? And it's like, we're just going to keep touching the hot stove until we're like, God, it hurts so much. So first, I don't think it's like we're all on our path. You know, we wake up when we wake up. We stop stubbing our toe when we're actually ready to stop stubbing our toe. I've had the fortune of spending time in, you know, AA circles and addiction circles. And I think it's really beautiful to hear someone say, I know it was wrong for me, but I did it anyway. That's profound. I know it's bad for me, and I kept doing it anyway. And then one day they said, whoa, it's bad for me. I don't want to do it. You cannot make someone get there. They got to get there. They got to hear the call. They got to stop stopping. And so how can people realize how wild it is, this world, that we all cause harm, right? Like, I'm drinking plastic bottles, harmful. Like, it ain't your fault. It ain't my fault.
It is what it is.
We got a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
Like, we have to stop. And we have to feel it. And I got to pick this water bottle up and I got to say, damn, actually, when I walked in here, I took another one of these. And instead of walking back outside because my lazy ass was tired from a long day and getting that first bottle I opened, I decided to start drinking this one. And I got to admit that. And I got to say, oh, I talk all this shit about taking care of the land and this like that. And I want to be a good, you know, person. I couldn't just walk back and get my original bottle. Interesting. And I got to meet that. And I got to be intimate with that. And I got to hope that next time I will be present, intimate enough to take 6 steps to get the first bottle of water I opened. Even better, I could say, I sat in my car when I parked here and I said, I have a reusable water bottle. And I know they're going to give me water. And I chose to leave the reusable water bottle inside.
Intimate.
I think that's how you do it.
Yeah.